Girl, this Diddy situation is starting to get worse and worse. And at this point, it's starting to look highly unlikely that he's going to make it out of this case in one piece, because the things that he's been accused of doing are borderline evil, to say the least. And just when we were starting to get jaded and thinking that things couldn't possibly get any worse, a new whistleblower came forward to expose Diddy for dressing minors up as Harajuku Barbies at his parties while grown-ups did nasty and unspeakable things to the kids. This is about to be insanely nasty, so let's break this down. Now, we already knew that Diddy had young girls at his parties because multiple accusers have come forward to say this, including Lil Rod, who claimed that Diddy's son, Justin, allegedly helped Diddy find young girls for the party. Rod claimed that many of the women present at these parties weren't actually women at all. They were girls. Very young girls, if you catch my meaning. He claimed there were quite a few underage girls at these gatherings, and they were all drinking despite being well below the legal drinking age. Adding to the unsettling nature of these claims, Rod stated that Diddy reportedly spiked some of the girls' drink. Although he didn't provide specific details about what followed, it's widely understood that drink spiking rarely stems from good intention. Rod further alleged that Justin played a key role in locating young girls and bringing them to the parties on Diddy's behalf, suggesting that he was in on the situation from the beginning rather than being an innocent bystander as many had assumed. Given these claims, it's not shocking that Justin was arrested and detained during Homeland Security's raid on Diddy's property.
It's being linked to a investigation.
He got some shots of a few people coming out of the home. Those people have been detained. Now we're trying to still connect the dots. We do have some sources on scene here that we're getting this information from. We were actually the first ones here with about 30 different law enforcement vehicles at least. There are 3 Bearcats on scene here. This just all unfolded, Sandra, I would say, less than 10 minutes ago. We got here even before the crime scene tape came up. So we're just down the hill. If you look up this street where Tony is right now to the right, you'll see one of those Bearcats and law enforcement. And on the other side of those bushes, basically, is that home that is registered to Bad Boy Films.
But Lil Rod was not the only one to make those claims, because Texas-based attorney Tony Busby announced a couple of weeks ago that he was representing more than 120 new victims who have been used and hurt by Diddy, including a victim who claimed to have only been 9 years old when the alleged incident happened. According to Page 6, the lawyer Tony Busby said this individual, who was 9 years old at the time, was taken to an audition in New York City with Bad Boy Records. Other boys were there to audition as well. All of the kids were seeking TV or music careers with promises of "I'll make you a star," according to Busby. This individual was SA'd allegedly by Sean Combs and several other people at the studio with the promise to both his parents and himself of getting a record deal. He also spoke about another 15-year-old victim who was SA'd by Diddy and his friends in the studio, saying, another instance, an individual 15 years old at the time was flown to New York City to attend a party where she was and then taken to a private room, allegedly in the presence of Mr. Combs. This female individual was SA'd, and then other individuals took turns raping her. Page 6 reported that Busby said the dozens of allegations involved violent SA, facilitated intercourse with a controlled substance, dissemination of video recordings, and SA of minors. But that's not all, because another alleged victim claimed that Diddy allegedly SA'd her at a VMA's after party. According to Variety, Jane Doe was 13 years old on September 7, 2000, when she tried to attend the MTV Video Music Awards. She could not get into the award show without a ticket and therefore approached several limousine drivers after the event to see if she could attend an after party. One of the drivers allegedly worked for Combs and drove the plaintiff to a party where she signed a non-disclosure agreement and accepted a drink. They went on to say that after just one drink, the plaintiff alleged that she had began to feel woozy and lightheaded and made her way to an empty bedroom to lie down. Soon after, Combs allegedly entered the room with a male and female celebrity. She then alleges that she was by the male celebrity as the female celebrity watched, before allegedly being by Combs as both celebrities watched. The suit goes on to allege that after the plaintiff, who now lives in Alabama, fell into a deep depression, which continues to affect every facet of her life. So yeah, we know that Diddy has no qualms about being around minors and having them do weird things. I mean, Diddy's neighbor even claimed that he allegedly saw buses full of young girls going in and out of Diddy's houses during his wild party.
Yeah, tell him stop bringing all the minors over here late at night. I live right next to him. He do too much. It be like buses, like big buses. You just see all type of shit about. Especially at nighttime, like around 3 o'clock in the morning. It gets wild. I'm his neighbor. When my basketball go over there, I just let it be because I don't want to knock on the door.
To nobody's surprise, Diddy's lawyers denied these allegations, claiming that they never happened. They released a statement that said Mr. Combs and his legal team have full confidence in the facts, their legal defenses, and the integrity of the judicial process. In court, the truth will prevail. That Mr. Combs has never SA'd anyone, adult or minor, man or woman. Well, according to an eyewitness, Diddy was not up to anything good at those parties. According to TMZ, the woman Tania Wallace, who's an aspiring singer-songwriter, says she was invited to Diddy's party by a Saudi prince who flew her from LA to Miami. Tania claimed that the freak-offs went on all night into the next day, saying that the party was still in full swing by 7 a.m., even though it started the previous night. TMZ went on to say that she saw little people dressed up like Harajuku Barbies. When pressed, she made it clear that these were minors who were being obscured by a wall of adults. She did not see what the adults and minors were doing, but she was clearly alarmed. To put in context how horrible that is, this is what a Harajuku Barbie looks like. And can you imagine minors being dressed like this? Yeah, whatever was being done to the kids probably wasn't something nice and was most likely illegal. At this point, it's starting to get clear that Diddy's lawyers know that they're fighting a losing battle because they're trying to silence more victims and make the court filings private because they're claiming that it will prevent him from having a fair trial. According to reports, his attorneys also filed a motion on Sunday with the judge of the United States versus Combs, requesting to prohibit further extrajudicial statements from prospective witnesses and their lawyers that substantially interfere with Mr. Combs' right to a fair trial. They also denied Tania's claims about the Harajuku Barbies, saying Miss Tania Wallace has no credibility and her claims about freak-offs and minors are completely and categorically false. As we've said before, Mr. Combs cannot respond to every new publicity stunt, even in response to claims that are facially ridiculous. Mr. Combs has full confidence in the facts and the integrity of the judicial process. In court, the truth will prevail, that the accusations against Mr. Combs are pure fiction. But that's not all, because the streets are saying that Tania just might be the key to cracking up the mystery of who was at the freak-offs. More than half the celebs in Hollywood have been reported to have been at the freak-offs, and with Tania being more than ready to talk and spill the tea about what was going on at the parties, well, let's just say that there's probably an air of panic in Hollywood right now. Fans commented, "A lot of celebrities are starting to panic since Diddy got pinched. Good. It's about time they became fearful. They should know that wiping their social media won't save them. Nobody walks away from this. All of Diddy's freak-off friends are stressed out, and Diddy degenerates are in full panic mode." This is a hot mess, but y'all drop your thoughts in the comments, then check out this next video.